Hi and welcome back to my channel. I am Caspian and I read books. And today I want to talk to you about my Sunwait calendar with books, the blind date with books. Or maybe maybe you understand that it's blind date with books because it's a calendar. I don't know. Anyway, so in Sweden, it's very popular with advent calendars, and I am a pagan, I am a shamanic practitioner, and I don't celebrate Advent, the four Advents of Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas that much, but I like the Christmas spirit, and I celebrate the winter equinox. No, that's not right. The winter solstice. Autumn and spring equinox, summer and winter solstice. Okay, so I celebrate the winter solstice. Every year I celebrate the winter solstice, and in preparation of that, I celebrate something called the Sunwait. The Sunwait is waiting for the sun to turn, so waiting for the darkest night of the year and for the sun to come back after that. So that's my holding point, and not Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. So for 6 Thursdays before this sun the sun comes back, so before the winter solstice, I light these candles. So this is 6 candle holders, and I put candles in them. There are several ways you can light these candles, or like there's several ways you can do with these candles. You don't have to have candle holders like I have. I have chosen to have candle holders. So these they have had candles in them before. So I bought them with small candles in them. I painted the rune for each. So each Sunwait has a rune connected to it, and it's a new tradition. So it's free for all to choose what runes there are. So this is the one I start with. So I painted this on this candle holder, and then when the candle had burned down, I just cleaned it and I saved 6 of these. So I have 6, one for each Thursday. So we will light the first Thursday we will light 1, the second Thursday we light 2, and they have different runes on them. And so when we approach the winter solstice, we light more and more candles each week. So for six weeks we do this. So that's one tradition I have. And there's some other stuff, together with this. You can have rituals with it if you like, and that sort of thing. And then at the same time, I do like the spirit of Christmas. I do like the Advent calendar setup. I usually each year I buy a tea calendar. We have quite a few of those here in Sweden. So because there's not much that competes with cuddling up into the corner of the sofa with a nice book and a cup of tea, right? I'm not a coffee drinker, so for me it's tea. And I wanted to combine these two this year. Because I wanted some kind of advent calendar for myself, except more than just the tea. And I have done some different stuff each year, and it's been more or less successful. One aspect that I almost always miss out on is that it's not a surprise for me when I do it for myself, because I don't have time to forget forget what I put in my calendar. So this year I was inspired by blind date with books. So a few months ago, I started seeing videos, or maybe 6 months ago. I don't remember, but a while back, I saw a lot of videos with more or less famous booktubers with blind dates with books, either sponsored or not sponsored. And the concept was the concept is to order books just knowing the genre or something like that, and then be sent a book within that genre that you hopefully like. So you don't know what book you're gonna get. You just know that, oh, it's a horror or it's a romantasy or whatever. And I was like, that sounds really nice. That sounds fun. That sounds intriguing. I would love to do that maybe with mystery books and that sort of thing. And then when I thought again, I was like, but I don't want to spend the money. I don't want to spend them because I went to all of these different places, and because some booktubers had like sponsorship with a code to get like X% off the first purchase and that sort of thing. So I went to different sites and I was like, no, it's not really worth it for me. I might not even like the book. So if I want to, if I'm gonna buy a book and might not like it, which you most often do if you buy a book you haven't read, then I want to at least know the title of it, and that kind of ruins the fun with a blind date with books. So and I also thought that the risk of getting something I've already read or I own or something like that was a bit too high for me. So I opted not to do that. But it inspired me so much so that in late summer, because I wanted to make sure that I forget what books are in my calendar, right? So I chose to do six like well, six gifts for myself, you can say, because I have six candles, and my thought is to have a nice cup of tea, a blind date with a book, and to light my ritualistic candle and do whatever I do with those, and then just make the moment last a bit longer with a book that maybe takes all week to read, and probably not. Maybe just a few days or so, depending on the book. But I wanted to make sure I don't remember. So I bought these books in secondhand stores in August. So the first day of Sunwait is on November 14th this year. That's the sixth. There's like 6 Thursdays before the winter solstice. So I had this is 8 books. For two reasons. One, I found more books in the genre I wanted them to be than necessary, so I just wrapped them all. And I thought, why not? Because, and that's the other reason, which is if I have more books, then I have more titles. So if I do remember one or two titles, I might not get them anyway. So this time. So my plan is to I will probably ask my partner to either pull a book for me, because he has even less of a clue what's in these. Or I might ask him to draw the runes on these packages, and whatever two are left, I will probably just give to myself for Christmas, and give myself a couple of books for Christmas with this theme if I am not sick of it yet. So 6 of these are gonna be Sunwait calendar books, and 2 of them are probably gonna be Christmas gifts for myself. Because if I save them, because I for a while I thought I'd do that, I would save the last 2 books for next year. The problem with that, if I do enjoy the concept, the problem with that is still that I might buy the same book twice for next year, or I might read it at some other time or something like that. I think it's dumb. It's better for me to gift all of these for myself this year, in some way or another, and then I will know what I've read and haven't, and then for next year I can buy some new books and then just put them to the side and maybe do this again, you know, buy some new but old, because I bought them secondhand. So these are all from secondhand stores. And if I'm gonna translate it into pounds, I think I spent roughly around 8 to 16 pounds in total for all of these books, because some of them were like £1 and some of them were £2. That's it. That's what I spent on this. And of course, I bought some candles, but I do that every year anyway. So I just opted for some green candles. I don't remember if they have some Christmas scent or anything like that. So that's what I did. And then I usually buy my tea calendar anyway. And I saw one today that was actually quite, it was organic tea and still quite affordable. So I might go for that. So I wanted to share this in the hopes of maybe I inspire someone else to do something similar, because you still have time, especially if you do it like only 4 books for Advent, for the Sunday Advent, or something like that. If you want to do 24 books, that's up to you. But I don't think I would be able to read 24 books in a month. So that seemed just overly ambitious for myself. So I opted for 6 books in 6 weeks, and I can still read other stuff around that. So this is my Sunwait calendar with the books. So it's inspired from Blind Date with books, but since that is its concept of its own, I'm not stealing that, you know. And I'm not selling this, I'm just doing it for myself, which is the entire point of this, to be inspired and do something for myself, maybe inspire someone else to do something for them that's affordable for them. I think the only way it's almost impossible to make it free unless you get them secondhand from friends, and maybe have your friends wrap them up, you know. Ask your friends for books. Maybe you don't have to have the same theme that I do. So I don't think I mentioned it in this video yet. I did it in the Swedish one, but so the thing that all of these have in common is that it's winter or Christmas themed. There are some mysteries in this, because Sweden we have a lot of crime novels, mystery crime novels. So there are a couple of those in here. There are some feel-good romantic books. There are a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But everything is Christmas or winter themed. So that's what they have in common. So if I do enjoy the concept, I'm thinking of doing something similar for well, first of all, maybe October next year. To like during the year, I will hoard mystery novels or horror novels from secondhand stores, and then wrap them up maybe in black, or just maybe in newspaper. I don't know. It doesn't have to be fancy. And I would also maybe like to do it with the books for summer, because there's something special about summer vibe books, you know, and with books that have a summer vibe. So I might do that as well. But I think more probable is that I do it for October with like a Halloweeny kind of theme. And then again for Christmas next year, if I don't have other inspiration for something else when that time comes around again. So on this channel, you're right now following me through my Spookopoly journey, and I would probably continue Spookopoly all the way until I do this. So we'll probably do it longer than just October, and because it's fun. I like it, it's fun. And then from mid-November, I will be opening these, and then I will read some probably library books on the side, or maybe books that I have on my shelves, and maybe series that I'm in the middle of as well during the time I open these. But you're gonna follow me on that journey. So, and then I have some really wonderful plans for next year's reading. I've made a TBR jar. I have some other ideas in my head, and I'm also making my own Bookopoly board for myself that that fits my interests, like a normal Bookopoly board. I've looked the concept up. I've looked at a lot of videos about setups, and I'm making that for myself for next year. Yeah, or maybe together with these, if I'm in a hurry, if I feel like I want it now, I want to do this now. So yeah, I hope you have found some inspiration in this video, or just maybe found joy in watching me be inspired. And let me know if you do some kind of book calendar setup for yourself, or if there maybe is something that you ordinarily order for yourself for that time of year when it comes to books. How do you use or utilize books uh, to prepare for Christmas, or prepare for winter solstice, or whatever you, if you don't celebrate either of them, what are your plans for December? What are your plans post Spookopoly? That's what I want to know. And if you want me to give you a follow and watch your videos, you can just give me a comment in the comment section and say, hi, I also do Spookopoly, or I do this and this, please follow me, and I will look you up, and I will follow, and I will watch your videos, because I really enjoy this little nook in this little corner of the universe we call YouTube, and I enjoy BookTube very much. So yeah, I think there is a sprint starting soon that I'm gonna join. Somewhere on this side of the web, there's a sprint going on, and I am in the middle of a Spookopoly book. So I'm gonna read that one during the sprint. And I will see you at another time. Have fun with books. And it doesn't have to be, it can be affordable, it can be very cheap, it can be fun. You can, if you want to do the same as I did here, you can still make it. You can still go to a thrift shop and just buy some books that intrigues you, or maybe ask a friend to do it for you. Just give them some prompts, and wrap them in newspaper, uh, in newspaper paper, and write 1, 2, 3, 4 on it if you want to do an advent calendar type of style. So yeah, I'll see you in another video, and have fun with books and happy reading. Bye.